There we go. Checking everything is working. Oh, bit bright. Move that away from the sun. There we go. All right, let's wait for LinkedIn to do its thing. There we go. Ta-da! Turn that sound on. That sound's already on. Oh, it's a little bit laggy this evening. And maybe that one. It works! Yay! So live on LinkedIn, live on Facebook, and YouTube has done its own thing again. Oh, turn that one off. That one's off. That one's already off. Get off. That's working. That's working. That's working. Cool, cool. Well, I will wait a couple of minutes because we're a little bit early. Let's see what's going on there. If I appear a little bit red-faced, we've just come back from the beach. Because why not, to be honest? It's absolutely gorgeous out there this evening. Really nice, warm sand, warm sea, a little bit stony, but meh. So I was a little bit windswept, sun-bleached, whatever the phrase is. I think we may have to do it more often. What's the time? 58. Okay, so we'll give it a minute. Let people join because I said I'd start at 8 o'clock and I've started a bit early. It's just the nature of me. I'm either late or early. Usually early, but we'll go with it. Just check that's on there. What's that doing? Meh. It's weird seeing my face in so many places. It's creepy. But yes, welcome if you are just joining. I will stop waffling if you are watching the recording for 30 more seconds. If you are on with me live, feel free to jump in the comments. What have you done today? Is it warm where you are? Is it too hot? Are you a sun person? Are you a snow person? What's the weather doing for you today? Here in Plymouth on the south coast in England, it is hot. We've hit 28 today, which I know in some countries is not that high, but for us Brits, that's a heat wave. It's a bit much, just a little bit much. Makes things uncomfortable when you try and sleep at night. And oh, I've got a weird lump on my finger. Welcome to the inner workings of my brain. Right, time. It is now 8 o'clock according to my watch. So let's get started. So welcome to What Matters Wednesday. This is your weekly hump day reset where I get you to realize that actually, while yes, it's Wednesday, and yes, you are now closer to the weekend than you were for the first 2 days of the week, a lot of us tend to just drift towards the end. We just get to Wednesday and we're like, still downhill to the weekend. And then we start putting stuff off. And we're just, oh, that'll do on Monday. That'll wait until Monday. I'll answer that on Monday. But then Monday comes around and you end up with a to-do list or a get-done list, as I prefer, as long as your arm, and you end up starting the week stressed, already on the back foot, because you've got stuff to do that you could have done Thursday, Friday, the week before. So these sessions are basically to help you keep your productivity at a good level all week. So rather than like really productive because everything's stressful on Monday, tailing off on Tuesday, little bit of an up on a Wednesday, and then just downhill Thursday, Friday because you're just getting to the weekend. Let's keep it all on one level playing field. Okay, so these sessions have been set up to help you realize that time is not something that you can manage. Full stop. The time management industry is $1 billion and time cannot be managed. Sorry. Probably get done or in trouble if some bigwig in a big time management company hears me saying that, but think about it. When you're trying to manage time, you're trying to manage a measurement. In the same way that a kilometer is a kilometer, it is what it is. You can't add a bit and still call it a kilometer. Time is the same. A minute is 60 seconds. 1 second is 1 second. An hour is an hour. A week is a week. Yes, I know it gets a little bit confusing when you go into daylight savings and back into winter and everything else, but on a general day-to-day basis, there are 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 28, 30, or 31 days in a month, 365 or 6 days in a year. If you want to be specific, it's 365 and a quarter days every single year, but they round it up every 4. That's where our leap years come in. 100 years in a century, 10 years in a decade. They're measurements of the passing of this thing we call time. And all we do with it is we measure it. And that's what these sessions are all about. I want you to realize that we don't manage the time that we have. It passes regardless. The homeless person on the street has exactly the same numbers of hours in the day as I do, as a billionaire does, as a millionaire does, as a queen or a king does. We all have the same amount of time. We have all the time there is. You can't steal it, you can't sell it, you can't add to it, you can't take it away. It is what it is. And none of us know how long we have. Some of us get seconds, others get 100 years, and everywhere in between. But what you can do with the time that you have, which is a gift, is manage what you do with it. Okay, so you don't manage time itself, you manage your activity. And by that, I mean what you do every day. So if you go to a job that you hate every single day, or you don't go to a job that you hate every single day, the time passes regardless. So if you don't enjoy what you're doing every day, why are you still doing it? You're here for a good time, not for a long time. Okay? And yes, life's hard sometimes, and yes, it's up and it's down, it's a little roller coaster, but you can't have good without bad. You can't have night without day. You can't have up without down. Everything's on a law of opposites. Okay? So I always want to start these sessions every single Wednesday with the reminder that time cannot be managed. You can only manage what you do with it. Okay? So this week's topic, we are looking at, just checking everything is still, yeah, that's still all happy. So this week we are looking at, if you can't manage time, what can you manage? And like I said, it's about managing what you do with it. And the biggest 3 things that affect what you do with your time is your energy, your focus, and your consistency. Okay? So if we start looking at energy, the day is going to pass regardless, but you're going to be a whole lot more productive if your energy is at a good level. Okay? So you're getting enough sleep. You're getting the food that's right for your body, not the latest fad diet that leaves you exhausted because you've eaten nothing but leaves. Don't do diets. I do a seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. And then I do more exercise. But if your energy is low because your body's not getting what it needs, how can you be effective with your time? How can you be productive? So you have to do something every single day, and everybody's individual. For some people, 4 hours sleep a night is enough. For other people, they need 8 or 9. For some people, exercise really energizes them. For other people, that version of exercise might just be a slow walk around the block with the dog in the evening. For other people, you might need to go bounce around at the gym to boost your energy levels, which sounds counterintuitive, but all of the extra little happy hormones that you get, that boosts me. Okay? It keeps me on a level playing field. That's just me as an individual. Your energy also comes from what you eat. So I know if I eat a lot of sugar and a lot of crap, my energy's low. Yeah, it spikes for a bit and I bounce around like a lunatic, but then it drops. It's the same with coffee. Some people need 6 cups of coffee a day to survive. You give me a spoonful of coffee, it's just, well, it's not worth it, to be honest. I licked a spoon from a Costa because I thought it was a hot chocolate, and they gave me a coffee instead of a hot chocolate. It's like, one, it's disgusting, but personal preference. I was absolutely wired for 4 hours. Literally talking like a hamster on a treadmill that had just had 16 Red Bulls. It was like, and then I crashed. Absolutely crashed. lying on the lounge floor going, why is the world spinning? Why am I twitching? Fear does not agree with me. But it agrees with other people. And that's okay. So it's what your body individually needs to keep your energy up. And if you find yourself in a little bit of an energy low, because it might be a mood, something might have happened around you that's put you in a bad mood and you've chosen to react to it rather than respond, and then you've got angry or upset or just down in the dumps, it happens. Find that thing that really boosts your energy. For me, it's dancing around like a twit to some really high energy music. Alex Warren, You Can't Touch This. Well, not You Can't Touch This, the wrong one. Can't even remember the name of it now. It will come to me. But You Can't Stop This. My little assistant is listening in. Thank you. Yeah, You Can't Stop This by Alex Warren. It's great for dancing around. Or Fever Dream. Or the Trolls soundtrack. It's all high energy stuff. Or any song that I've heard in a body combat session. It's enough to just give me that little boost. But that is a choice. Because when you're down in the dumps and you're low energy and you're just like, ugh, don't want to, it's your choice to stay there or to do something that picks you back up. And yes, staying there, staying angry, staying in there feels really powerful. That's why our kids like having a go at us, because it feels really powerful in the moment. But it doesn't help you in the long run. Because whatever's going on up here, whatever you're thinking about, is creating what you're feeling. And if you're choosing to think about all the negatives, you're just going to be in a negative mood. So choose to boost your energy and your emotion and your feeling and put yourself in a better frame of mind. And yes, that is really hard if you're tired or if you're not getting the right amount of food or the right food for your body. And it's also really hard if you've got a lot of crap going on in your world around you. I can attest to that sometimes. But it's what you choose to do with that crap. Yeah, it's about focusing on the controllables, controlling the controllables, rather than getting dragged down into the dirt and the crap. It's a choice. It's all a choice. And that then leads us into focus. And I don't mean just laser focus on this thing for 3 hours until it's done. I mean, what kind of things help you to focus? So me, I'm a big advocate of the Pomodoro technique, where you set a little timer for 25 minutes and you turn off notifications and you just work for 25 minutes. You have your get done list, and we spoke about prioritizing last week, so you've got your priorities. And then you work on one thing at a time. And when the timer goes off, you walk away and you have a 5-minute break. Now that could be a walk around the house, it could be a drink, it could be fuss the pet, it could be grab a snack, could be do a quick little yoga routine or something like that. And then after 5 minutes, you come back and you do another 25 minutes. And you can do 4, 5, maybe 6 of those little sessions, which is 2 to 3 hours, and then have a longer break. And I find that for my brain, that helps me to stay focused on what I'm doing, because my brain knows it's getting a break in 25 minutes. Not I'm getting a break when I finish whatever this thing is that I'm doing, because you don't know how long that's going to take. It's I'm getting a break in 25 minutes. So you stay focused. Now, Pomodoro doesn't work for everybody. If you're in a job where you or you're doing work that requires a computer system that times out, if you walk away for too long, it's not going to work, because you can't just walk away from it and come back. It has to be done in the time slots. But there are other techniques, and we'll cover some of those in some of our later sessions. But it's working out what helps you to focus. Now, for some people, it could be a tidy desk. Some other people will love being surrounded by mess. It's their mess, they know where everything is. Some people need to be bribed. So you could have like a little line of gummy bears or Maltesers along the front of your workstation or something. And whenever you hit a milestone, you have a snack. Other people need to be praised and say, oh yeah, that's really good, well done. Whatever it is for you that helps you to focus. These, where's it gone? It's over there. These are the biggest destroyers of focus the world has ever invented. They're brilliant. but they're also the worst thing that humans have ever done. Because they keep us connected, brilliant. They keep our work in our pocket, not so brilliant for escaping it. It makes constant noise, unless you turn all the notifications off. But then what if you miss an important phone call? So our lives are run by this little robot that's got more processing power than the rocket that put the men on the moon back in the 60s, not getting into whether that happened or not, your own choice. Okay. But they steal our focus because it's so easy to just go, oh yeah, I'll just check that, and 20 minutes, 3 hours later, you've not done a whole lot of work. Okay. So energy, need to boost your energy. You need to keep and doing what works for you to keep your energy high. You need to put things in place that help you focus, removing distractions, setting small targets and things like that. And then the third thing is consistency. And I love using the example of going to the gym. If you have 2 hours and you go to the gym every 2 weeks for 2 hours, once a week, so once every 2 weeks, you go for a 2-hour gym session. You're going to hurt for 3 days after, and you're not going to get that much benefit. If you broke that 2 hours up into 5 or 10 minutes a day, every day, you will see more change because you are consistently doing something every single day. And it works in sales as well. So if any part of your job requires you to phone people or contact people, if you spend 2 hours every 2 weeks, same example really, phoning all of your leads, you're going to get bogged down in how long that takes. But if you did 2 or 3 phone calls a day, it doesn't take very long. You've got more time to actually talk to people. You're going to be in a better mood because you haven't been on the phone for 2.5 hours before that, trying to get through all of these people. You're not going to get as many rejections in one go, so your energy is still going to be higher because you're not feeling like people aren't talking to you. And you actually get more done by doing it 2 or 3 a day. Little bits. It was Lao Tzu who said the journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 step. People use the examples of ladders and things. To get to the top of a ladder, you have to climb it step by step. Yes, sometimes you can jump a few rungs and things like that. But most of the time, it's 1 step at a time. And that's where consistency comes in. And doing that one little step every single day then becomes a habit. And when it's a habit, it becomes automatic. So I habitually, every morning now, check my LinkedIn and my Facebook, and I send happy birthday messages to everyone whose birthday is on my feed, and send congratulation messages to people with work anniversaries or started a new job or finished school or started school or finished a course, whatever it is. I'm in the habit of doing that every single day. So usually before 9 o'clock in the morning, I've already contacted a load of people. And it's not buy my stuff or anything like that. It's a congratulations on your life anniversary, whatever it is. It starts a conversation. And I do that consistently every day because it's now a habit. And when you turn something like that into a habit, it becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. Do you need to relearn how to brush your teeth every single day? No, you do it automatically. Is it really hard to remember to brush your teeth every day? No, because it's a habit. You either do it when you first get up or you do it after breakfast. Personal preference. So it's consistency. Little things every single day. Can you imagine brushing your teeth once every 2 weeks for like 2 hours? No, you do it for like 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the evening. Consistent habits. So energy, focus, and consistency are the 3 big things that will help you be more productive and more in control of your time. Because if you haven't got energy, you feel down in the dumps, you feel low, you feel ugh. And it's really hard to find any motivation at that point. No amount of willpower is going to make you do something when you are really tired, because you're just going to be snappy and you can't be bothered and things are going to go wrong. And. Like I've had some issues in the last couple of days with my website and my emails, and my email scheduler is not working because something to do in the little gremlin world of internet hosty things hasn't clicked into place. I could have got really angry, but I didn't because it's out of my control. I can't control it. I don't know how to change the gremlins. The people who do are on it. Yes, it's frustrating my email didn't go out because I have a few people on there who wanted the links for tonight. It is what it is. I could get stressed. I could have turned up here all raging like, the world is evil. But what does that benefit? That puts me in a bad mood for no reason. And trying to control your time is exactly the same. When you're trying to control something that is not controllable, you will get nothing but stress. So all those people, and you're probably one of them, I've said it before until I realised that actually that doesn't make sense. When you say there isn't enough hours in the day, well, there's 24 hours in a day. If you don't get everything done, it's because either you tried to do too much, you procrastinated, you didn't do it effectively enough, or you were super on it and no amount of amazing productivity skills and everything else was going to get that amount of work done, full stop. You can only get done what you can get done. And there are ways to be more productive and get more done, yes. Not doom scrolling, for example. Keeping your energy levels high, keeping your focus on your work, being consistent. But some days are just not going to go well. It's a fact of life. You can either react to them and get really angry and stressed, or you can respond to them and just go, it's out of my control. I will let it pass. Or as certain small people's favourite song, let it go. Or if you're really against that song or you've no idea what I'm on about, Frozen, just in your head, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Get rid of it. Keep your energy high. Keep your energy and your focus on the things that you can implement, that you can change, that will change your world. Because the world doesn't change for you, it changes because of you. And that's your personal world. So there's a famous saying, and I will paraphrase it because I can never remember the exact way that it's said, but it's when you change the way you look at the world, or you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Let it sink in a little bit. When you change the way you look at something, the thing you look at changes. Think of it on terms of a thunderstorm. Some people look at a thunderstorm and get really stressed out and really scared and really upset and really don't like it. Other people would be out singing in it quite happily, absolutely marveling in this wonderful thing of nature where the sky rumbles and you get lightning and everything else. It's the same storm. One person's terrified, one person is absolutely exhilarated. Same storm, but the perspective of it changes. So you can't control time, you can't manage time because it's a measurement, but what you can control is your energy, your focus, and your consistency. So my takeaway, or your takeaway from this evening, as a little reset, because it's midweek, have a little reset and think either tonight or tomorrow or whenever you're watching this, give yourself 5 minutes to really think about which one of those three things would make the biggest difference to your life. So does your energy need improving? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you taking enough breaks during the day? Are you giving yourself brain breaks before your brain just goes, or are you just feeding it coffee because you feel exhausted? Is it your focus that needs a little bit of attention? Could maybe 10 minutes cleaning your desk or learning how to mute certain notifications or putting your phone somewhere else while you're in a deep work session, would that make the biggest difference to the rest of your week? Or is it to do with consistency? That big report that's due at the end of the month, can you start doing a little bit today? A little bit every single day rather than leaving it right until the end of the week? Could you phone 3 people tomorrow instead of going, oh, I'll just phone 20 on Monday? Pick one of the three things that you think is going to make the biggest difference to your life and make a little change tomorrow and see if it works. Test and adjust. You've got to work out what works best for you, as you are the only person that lives in your head. Doesn't matter what works for someone else. You can take ideas from what works for other people, like the time management industry, all these planners and apps and things like that. Works for some people, doesn't work for everyone. So find what works for you as an individual. There's a reason why every single person on the planet has different fingerprints. Even identical twins have different fingerprints. We are all individual. Every blade of grass is different, every snowflake. Embrace your individuality and do what works for you. And if someone says you're being selfish because you said no to something that you'd normally say yes to because it really impacts your energy, that's a them problem. It's not selfish to put yourself first. But if you're open and honest with that person and say, look, I'd love to, but by doing that means I can't do this, or by doing that, it means my energy gets really low, and then I can't give my best in the long run to everybody else. Is there another way that we can do it? Or, yes, I could do that, but
it means they're insecure.
No, thank you. Lost train of thought now. It happens. You get distracted. I'm only human. Yeah, but it's not selfish putting your energy before other people because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give to others what you don't have. And if you're in a really low energy and you're really tired and you're really snappy, parents, you'll know this exactly, you get more angry with the kids because you haven't got the energy to be patient, to be there. And yes, you still will be there and you still will be present and all the rest of it, but you're not your best. And if you're not your best, what are they getting from it? Okay? So just checking this is still actually, it is. Haha. Because I just noticed my little thing's got a red dot on it and I don't know what that means. But we're still streaming, we're still good. Anyone on here live has any questions, please feel free to post them in one of the comments. So I am live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook because all three are working today. Yay! Obviously, Facebook will be taken down in 30 days. The YouTube ones will stay on my YouTube forever, and the LinkedIn events will stay on here forever. So if you're finding this and it's not the 8th of July 2026, welcome. You can still write comments below, and I will still get back to you. But if you do have any questions about how you can improve your energy, improve your focus, or improve your consistency, just drop them in the comments or drop me a message. Okay, so I will waffle for a couple of minutes because I'm rather good at that, giving people chance to have a look. I will double check, make sure that there are no comments that I have not seen just yet. A couple of shares. Thank you for sharing. No, go away. You are okay. You're on there. So I'm going to sign off for this evening. Feel free to join me next Wednesday, where we will be looking at, if I get my little crib sheet, we'll be looking at working out what actually matters to you that week and how you can use that to make yourself more effective and more productive. So thank you for watching, whether you are live or on recording. It's most appreciated. And I hope you can join me next week or watch the recording or whatever. Have a good rest of your